Welcome to the USS Constitution, the oldest commissioned warship afloat in the world, and America's ship of state located right here in Massachusetts Charlestown Navy Yard. Today I'm going to be showing you areas of the ship that due to time constraints and space are not normally part of our free 30-minute guided tour. The aft powder magazine room and the filling room, which is where the gunpowder for the long guns and carronades was stored and made ready for use for battle. I'm now on the ship's third deck in the wardroom near the stern. Today, USS Constitution carries replicas of her long guns and her carronades she fought with nearly 2 centuries ago in the Quasi-War of France, the Barbary Wars, and the War of 1812. In her fighting years, Constitution carried tons of highly volatile gunpowder which was stored below the waterline, safe and protected from enemy fire. In the event of fire, these spaces could be easily flooded. These spaces were also held under lock and key, accessed only with permission from the commanding officer, and rarely entered except for during live fire training and in battle. Safety was paramount for the gunner and his assistants when they entered the aft powder magazine room and the filler room nearly 200 years ago. The only light came from a lantern encased behind a thick clad partition which sealed off the lantern flame from the gunpowder. Gunpowder was pre-measured into 3, 6, and 8-pound flannel cartridges. The 3-pound cartridges were used for the carronades. The 6 and 8-pound cartridges were used for the long guns. During engagements, these cartridges were given off to the powder passers, men and boys, who in return would run them to the gun team leads. They were transported in leather satchels, which prevented sparks, fires, and heavy heat from igniting the gunpowder that was inside of the cartridges. Now we're going to enter the powder magazine room through this opening in the bulkhead right here. I am now in the aft magazine, the larger of the 2 magazines on board USS Constitution, the forward magazine being in front of the ship. This room is completely lined with copper. It helps seal the room and also help with the watertight integrity to keep this room completely dry. The gunpowder was stored in these barrels. These barrels had to be rotated every so often so that way the saltpeter, sulfur, and charcoal particles would not break down, thus rendering the gunpowder useless. The only light in this room would be from the glass window at the end of the room, which would allow just enough light for the gunner and his assistants to work in the most dangerous area of the ship. Because remember, as I said earlier, if this space caught on fire, we would flood this ship by letting in seawater through the valves. Thank you for taking this tour of USS Constitution's filling room and aft powder magazine room. To learn more about Old Ironsides, America's ship of state in the Charlestown Navy Yard, our history and free guided tours offer year-round. Please visit our website at www.history.navy.mil/USS Constitution. Have a great Navy day, and thank you.